Hello everyone. In this presentation, we are going to see about managing input, managing output files in Java. So, what is managing? Managing means we are going to perform read operation, write operation. We are going to perform read operation and write operation on files. Okay, on files. Okay, now you see, I have the notepad, empty notepad. In that notepad, I can perform read operation. Read operation, what I can perform? Read operation in the sense, what are the uh, lines, sentences, what I have in this that I can read. Write operation, in the sense, write operation means I can write some content into this file, into this file. So read operation and write operation we are going to perform on notepads. Notepads is considered as what? Files. Okay. And if I want to, okay, let me draw it quickly. If I have two notepads, from this notepad to this notepad, I can read here, I can write here. Write operation I can perform, which means the content what I have in the notepad 1, that content I can write in notepad 2. So read operation can be performed from one notepad to another notepad. Another notepad, it is called as write. So if I'm taking this content and writing into the some other uh, notepad, write operation, read operation from one side, write operation from the other side, and vice versa. So from here I can read something that I can write into this notepad also, vice versa. Okay. So the complete information, the complete idea about this particular topic is nothing, read and write operation we are going to perform on files. All right, now one by one we will see. See, to perform this operation, we have to learn about some classes. We have to learn about some classes. That classes I have listed here. So we have different classes for different items. So what are the things we can write and we can read? So we can read characters. We can read characters. We can read symbols. We can read symbols, and we can read graphics files. Graphics files in the sense images. Okay, images, yes. PDFs, yes. And this and all comes under graphics. So from one file to another file, if I want to read and write images, that also can be performed. Okay, so characters, symbols, images, PDF files, or if you're looking for a GIF file, GIFs, graphics files, that also can be uh, transferred from one file to another file. Okay, these are the things we are going to learn in this particular topic. Okay, so let's start quickly. So yeah, next introduction. Okay, let me rub this quickly. So in introduction, you see file IO means file input output. I stands for input, O stands for output. Okay, if you see properly, file IO input output in Java means reading data from files, that is input, and writing data to the files, that is called as output. Okay, so files IO input output in Java means reading data from files. From files means one file, and writing to another notepad, that is nothing, output. Okay, the two tasks we are going to perform. So Java provides classes in Java, that is nothing, IO package. So in IO package, we have some classes that we are going to utilize it. We are going to perform this operation. So coming to input, reading from a file. So I'm reading something from this file. I have some content. Output, writing to the file. So I'm going to write this content, okay, to this one. Okay, so first I have to perform read operation in this. Okay, then write operation I have to perform in this. Okay, in the second file. So finally, what output you will get? You will get in output what content we have in this, that will be displaying in this. That is the output. Okay. Next, we use file IO to store data permanently, read or write text files, logs, reports, this all things and all we can perform. Save users information, process data later, even if the program is closed. Yes. So see students, in 1980s, Java become popular. Okay. In those times, Java programming is popular. Java programming is popular, but they face one problem. What the problem? Storing the data is the problem. So nowadays we have database, DBMS, database management system. By using database management system, we are storing the data into the database and we are retrieving the data from the database. So no problem. Nowadays we have that database system, database management system is popular from where? From 2003 only. Before that, what we have used? We have used uh, file IO system, file IO system, which is provided in Java. That only we have used to put the data into the memory and to retrieve the data from the memory by using what? This is write operation. If you are writing something into the database, if you are retrieving something, that is considered as read operation. Okay. Okay. All right. So now, why we have to study file IO? File IO, it was popular in 1980s. That time we don't have database management system. What we have studied in third semester, that was not exist. So that the file system they have introduced in Java that we have used. Okay. So now let me go to the next slide. Next slide, if you see normal programs, difference between normal programs and the file programs. Normal programs, what we have, this is without files, this is using file. So data exists only while program is running. Which one? Normal program. Of course, when we execute some program, the data will be exist during the execution. During the execution, once the program execution is done, all the all the data will be erased from the memory. So in random access memory, we will be having some data. Like if you declare variable in the program, that variable will be removed once the program execution done. But in this case, not like that. The data is stored permanently even after the program stops. You see, I have told you two notepads we have. In that, I transfer the file from one notepad to another file by using read operation and write operation. The content is going to be stored permanently into this file. Okay, that's why data is stored permanently. After the execution is over, the file which we have stored the data, it is going to be permanent. It is going to be stored into the permanent one. Coming to second case, output is shown on the screen console. Yes, of course. But in this case, we have to go to the destination. For example, I have stored that file in D colon. In D colon directory, I have to visit. The output is written into file and can also be read back. So that concern file. So this is the file I have written. No, this one will be storing into D colon somewhere in the name of abc.txt, okay, text file that I can open and I can see the content what I have written. Okay, in output eyes also we have difference. The third point, when program ends, all variables data are lost. Yes, but here data remains saved for the future use. Coming to the fourth point, suitable for temporary calculations and small tasks. Yes, calculators. We are using calculators in mobile. We are using calculators in system also. And C Turbo C Turbo in Turbo C, if you execute some program, the memory allocation will be done once the program execution start. The program's execution, if it stops, the memory will be deallocated. But in this case, not like that. Suitable for long-term storage like records, logs, documents. Works only with the random access memory, yes. And in this case, works with external storage, hard disk, SSD. So SSD means, solid state drive. Nowadays, we are using this solid state drive, solid state drive. Hard disk, from hard disk to some other memory, SSD you can write, which means in hard disk, I have one notepad. In SSD, I have one notepad. From this notepad to this notepad, I can read and write. From this notepad to this notepad, I can read and write. This also happens. Next, input Next, input is taken from user through keyboard. Yes, of course. In this, input is taken from the files. Yes, of course. Input from one file to input one. We are taking from one file, and we are going to give into the another file as an output. So text or binary, which means, see, when when we have something in the notepad that is considered as characters only, right? So A, B, C, D, something is there. That can be taken out, that is nothing import, going to be something, and that will be taken as a character by character. One character will be taken. For example, here if I have I love Java. Okay. So what are the things we have? I have, space I have, then L, then O, L, then B, then E, then space Java we have, J, A, B, A. So I will be taken and it will be written into the some other notepad, and a space will be taken here, that also will be written. L also will be taken, that will be written. O also will be taken, that will be written, and so on till A it will go. So after that we don't have any characters. Then if a reader reach to end of the file means EOF we will call. In this topic, EOF means end of the file. If the read operation reach to the end of the file, that will consider as what? Minus one. That will consider as minus one, which means end of the file, if it is equivalent to minus one, the read operation will stop. Okay, read operation will stop because at the end of the file, here it will be minus one, then minus two, like that it will go. Positions. Here position you see 0, 1, 2, 3, like that it will go. Wherever we are filled with characters. If the character is not there, then it is considered as minus one only. Now you may ask one question. Let me draw here. See, I have the file. I don't have anything in this, but I'm checking end of the file if it is equivalent to minus one. Yes, of course, because we are not entered anything inside. So end of the file, if it is equal to minus one, then we have to perform write operation into it. Understood? So if you are not entered anything in this, then it is considered as minus one. If I have something here, once you perform read operation, once it reaches the end of the file, then it will assume minus one only. Okay, how we will come to know after that we don't have the characters. We have to check it. So end of the file means what? EOF, end of the file. Next, no need of manage storage or files. Yes, here requires file handling using IOStream. Yeah. So IOStream is a class. Under that only we have many classes. By using that classes, we are going to perform read operation and write operation. Okay. Faster execution since memory based. Slightly slower because file read, write task, takes time. So we will go to the next one. Concept of streams. So as I told you, IO stream is nothing. Stream means what? Streaming of bits or streaming of characters from one file to another file. So here, yeah, here I have one notepad. Okay, here I have another notepad. So read operation I can perform to take the values from this, and the write operation I can perform to write the data into the second file. Okay, this is A, this is B, a.txt. This file name is b.txt. Okay, from a.txt to b.txt, we are read operation we are performing and write operation we are performing to the second file. Okay, so the content what we have here, that will be taken and written to the b.txt. So stream means what? The characters or the characters will be taken here, and here is going to write. This is called streaming. This is called what? Streaming. Okay. A stream in Java is continuous flow of data between program and the external source or destination. Here, external source means it may be HDD hard disk, it may be SSD, or it may be any file also. Okay, and here input stream. In input stream, here you see input stream, and input stream is a stream that brings data from an external source into the program. Okay, it is used to reading data such as file, keyboard. From keyboard we can take input, or from network we can take the context. And here example, taking in keyboard input using scanner class. So by using scanner class, we can take input from the keyboard that can be given to the program. Coming to output stream, an output stream is a stream that sends data from program to the external destination. The external destination is what? Such as file, screen, or printer. Okay. So this information you know already. Suggest one glass you see. Okay. Example printing data on the screen. Example printing data on the screen using system.out.println. Okay. So input and output we are performing to input stream. Output we are performing to the external sources by using output stream. Next, we have stream classes. So we have stream classes. The first one is byte stream. The first one is byte stream. The second one is what? Input, sorry, byte stream. In byte stream, we have input stream and we have output stream also. I will show you output stream here we have. So in input stream, so data will be, you see, a byte stream deals with binary data and works using 8-bit bytes suitable for the non-text files like images, audios. You see, for images, audios, and all, byte stream means what? Byte means what actually? Byte means 8 equal to 8 bits that we know already. Byte is equal to what? 8 bits. That's why 8 bit. It works using 8 bits suitable for text file like images or audio. See, I have audio file. I have one audio file here. This I want to transfer to some other destination. So if I perform, so read operation where I have to perform, read operation I have to perform in the source file. This is the destination file where I have to write this audio file. So read operation I have to perform here, write operation I have to perform here. So read operation when I perform, first pick itself it will take 8 bits, which is equal to 1 byte. That will be taken and it will be written here. Then the file size, you see the audio file size, for example, 4 bytes. Okay, 4 bytes of audio file. So first 1 byte will be taken and will be written here. Then second another 1 byte will be taken and that will be written here. And the third byte will be taken and written here. And fourth byte will be taken and written here. In this way, the audio file will be transferred completely. So it allows program. See, through program only we are performing this thing. See, read operation means through program, write operation means through program only we are performing this thing. See, it allows the program to read and write raw data. Raw data means this image, audio, directly without character conversions. Without character conversions means, for example, if I have text in the notepad, that is character conversion. In that case, character wise it will read, but images and audios and all byte wise it will take. So that is called as, that's why it is called as byte stream. Byte wise it will stream. Byte wise it will stream. One byte it will take. If I have four if I have 4 bytes of the 4 bytes in the audio file, first byte will be taken, second byte will be taken, third byte will be taken, fourth byte will be taken. So this is why, that's why it is called as byte stream. So byte streams are mainly divided into input stream for reading and output stream for writing. So now in input stream, you see byte input class we have to include. So input stream is the base class. Which one? Input stream is the base class under what? Byte stream. Okay. Yeah. So base class for all bytes, all byte-based input operation in Java. It is used to read raw binary data from the file memory or other input sources like keyboard. Keyboard, we can give only the character. So see, keyboard will not come. So we can download image from the internet that you can store into the system and that you can give to the some other file. So every other byte input class extends this class and adds more features or speed. Common subclasses includes file input stream, buffered input stream, and byte array input stream. So we are going to see about file input stream, buffered input stream, and byte array input stream. So coming to output, see input we have seen here, input stream here, byte output stream we are going to see. So output stream you see So we have file output stream, buffered output stream, byte array output stream. So in input it is input. Here input will come, and character stream you see. So it is used to handle text data and works in 16-bit Unicode characters. So 16 bits. See, when in the context of byte, 8 bits will be taken, which is equal to 1 byte. And in this, when it works for text, at a time it will take what? 16 bits. 16 bits it will take, which means I have a sentence, I love Java in a notepad. I will be considered as 16-bit. The space will be considered as 16-bit. One time. The L will be considered as 16-bit. O will be considered as 16-bit. V will be considered as 16-bit, and so on. It is automatically converts. It is automatically converts byte into characters, making it ideal for text files like text and .java file. So character streams are used when data contains letters, symbols, or readable text that I have given here. So I love Java, then I can put not operator also. This not operator also will be represented in 16 bits. Okay, when it is reading and writing, when it is performing reading and writing operations, it consists of two main branches. One is reader, another one is writer for output. Reader for input, writer for output. Next, stream classes. So reader and writer we have seen. No? Reader and writer. So reader and writer. Reader means which reads the characters from one notepad to another notepad. It will read, and write one. It is going to write to the another notepad. This is for read. This is for write. File reader, buffer reader, input stream reader, string reader. These are the important subclasses. Okay. Next, for writer, file writer, buffer writer, output stream writer, and string writer. See, students, these are for first 10 slides will be completely theory. Once we see the program, and you will come to know which class we are using for which one. Okay. So program I have here, I will show you. Okay, now input stream. In input stream, when and all we have to use input stream, that and all we will see. So let me skip this for a while. Okay, this and all I will skip. Directly I'll go to the program for understanding. So exceptions, we have to know about this. Exception in the sense, when we read the file, what are the exceptions can be raised. When we write, what are the exception can be raised. Okay, and what are the exception possibilities are there that we have listed here. So first one is when a program performs file operations such as reading or writing, errors may occur. Yes, absolutely. These errors are handled using exceptions, especially IO exception, input output exceptions. IO exception is an exception that occurs during the input or output operation, like what are they? Opening a file that does not exist. Okay. See, D colon, I have many folders in my system. In that any one of the folder, I have the file abc.txt. If I'm trying to read this, if it is there already, no problem. That will be read. That will be read by the program. So I have Java code here. From this program, I'm going to access this one. The file is there, no problem. But this file is not there. For example, I don't have abc.txt in the directory. And I'm trying to access it through the program, through the Java code. In that situation, it has to show what? Opening a file, which file I'm trying to open, that does not exist. Okay, that exception can arise. This is one possibility. And coming to second one, reading a file without permission. Yes. So access grant, access denied. Okay, that exception also can be raised. Then writing to the file when disk is full. You see, abc.txt it is available, for example, and that notepad is completely have written everything. Okay, there is no space only. Then also you are trying to write something into it, then without space, how it will accept? There also one possibility, disk is full, one exception can arise, then file suddenly becomes unavailable. Yes, for example, you deleted this. Okay, you deleted this. After that, if you're searching for it, then it is going to show it's unavailable. It belongs to checked exception. So Java forces us to handle it using try, catch, or throws. So we are going to use try block and catch block, try block and catch block for file handling, because there are many possibilities of exceptions here we have. Okay, so try block and catch block, you know already. I have posted video also, please watch that. It is very important which one, try block and catch block. You may expect some question from the try block and catch block. All right, so now we will jump into the code, how it works, that we will see. So here some of the exceptions they have given. First one is exception name. Okay, name, and when an error occurs, simple meaning for that particular exceptions. Okay, first one, IO exception. In which situation it will occur? General input, output failure. Something went wrong while reading and writing. It may be deleted or it may not be available. And coming to file not found exception, file does not exist or path is wrong. So path in the sense we have C colon, D colon, E colon, and F colon in all systems, right? So maybe or may not be, some systems will be CD only will be there, some systems CDE will be there, some systems CDEF will be there. So if you choose a wrong path, which you are expecting one file, so ABC I have here, abc.txt I have here, but you are expecting E colon. In that situation, Java cannot find the file for you ask for. Okay. Coming to EOF exception. What is EOF? End of the file. End of the file exception, reached end of the file unexpectedly. No more data to read, but read attempted, which means I have the notepad. In that notepad, uh, I have one statement. Okay, I'm applying read operation in this. If I apply read operation in this, it is going to start here and it is going to read at the once this statement is ends, and here we don't have datas, we don't have sentence. Okay, so in that situation it has to produce what? End of file exception. End of file exception that can be handled. So how it can be handled? We have to put one if condition stating that end of the file is equivalent to, if it is equivalent to -1, then stop. That's it. Okay. Next, unsupported encoding exception. So this will occur when Java cannot understand the text format. Sometimes some symbols maybe will be here that cannot be read by Java code. Next, interrupted IO exception. So read, write, process stopped midway. So sometimes if you don't have sufficient random access memory, which file can use, then in that situation, this error may occur. So these are the exception we have in the file system. In examination possibility is there. Please watch it. Next, creation of files. So how to create files? See, here they have given some steps to create a file in Java. We use file class. Okay, we use what? File class from Java IO package. File creation is done using method create new file. So if you want to create file, we have to use create new file, capital N and capital F, LE, then open brace, close brace. We will see this in code. Next, what we have, create new file returns. What it returns? If the file is created in the destination, see file we will create. For example, in my system, I have E colon. Okay. In E colon, I am planning to create a file abc.txt. Okay. So create new file. Here I can give the file name ab.txt. Then that file will be created. If it is created, it is going to return 1 to the code. So here we have Java code. In this Java code, we will be having this statement. It will be here. This is going to create a file in E colon, naming that abc.txt. If it is created, this entire directory is going to return what? Value 1 to the code. If I receive 1, then that is true, which means file is created. But if it is not created, it is going to return 0. That is meaning what? To the code, that is the meaning for false. The file is not created. Okay. See, and if it is not created, in the situation false. And also one more situation is there. If the file is not exist, sorry, the file, if it is already exist, then it will return false. Okay, which means ABC already I have the same name. I'm creating one more folder, one more text file. Then it is going to return false only. False will be written in the two cases. Once, if the file is unable to create, or if the file is already exist. In these two situations, false will be returned. True will be returned once the file is created. Okay, so that's why we have the statement you see here. The statement you see here. Yeah, true, false. You must handle IO exception using try, catch, or throws. Okay, so try, catch block we have to use when we are creating the file. Then file creation requires path, file name, for example, D colon. Okay, then files is the folder. In that folder, I have a file that is nothing, test file I'm creating. Okay. Next, you can check if the file exists using exist. So I have function called as exist function. By using that exist function, I can check the directory whether the file which I'm going to create whether already exists or not. That you can check by using exist function. Then file class only creates an empty file. Writing content needs to file writer and buffer writer. See, file creation will be done. Once the file creation is done, that file is going to be empty. If you want to write something into it, then we have to perform file writer operation or buffer writer operation. Okay, we'll move on to next one. Yeah, we have the code here. See, in this example, yeah, in this example, see, what are the things we have to import first? So first we have to import IO package. Okay, IO package. See, this can be rewritten like this: Java space IO. Sorry, Java dot IO dot star. You can mention that is one way. Otherwise, you can use this pattern. Okay. Then we have io exception. Okay, io exception. So this two we have to import, but if you are writing like this, no need of mentioning this file and the io exception. Okay, so this program is to create a file. Okay, is to create a file in the any one of the directory. Okay, so this program to create a text file. Okay, in the name of, so what is the name of the file? My file. So in the name of my file. Okay, in the directory. Okay, so public static void main, you know this. And as I told you before, it should be in try. So in try block, what I have in try block, I have this many things. I will explain this. In try block, first we have to create object. First step, we have to create object. So object, how you know how to create it. First, file is the class name, and this file is the name of the sorry, object. This is the object. This is object, and followed by that new. Followed by that we have new keyword, and here we have again file, because this is class. This is class, and for this class we have to pass one argument. That argument should be enclosed with what? Double quote. That argument is what? myfile.txt. See, we are not creating file here. This statement is not to create. The statement is to um, point the object to the myfile.txt. Okay, so internally what happens in random access memory, we will be having stack memory. In stack memory we will be having like this. So file is the object. Okay, that object is going to point to what? myfile.txt. Okay, it is going to point to this one. Okay, so declaring file object that we have declared, this is mandatory. And here we are checking here if file dot create new file. Okay, then which means what? File is the File is the object, yes, present here. Create new file is the function. By using that, by using this, we are going to create a file. So what I'm going to do here, file created successfully, it will print. File dot get name means which name will we get? My file txt we will get here. Okay, so create new file means, see, object file, this is the object that is going to interact with the create new file. That create new file is going to be what? My file dot txt. So in the memory, this file will be created, and this file is pointing to this one. No, so file dot get name means the name of the file. Okay, that will be displaying here. So get name is the function. Okay, get name is the function. Else, if the file is already exist, then it is going to file is already exist. If file is not created, then this try block entirely going to stop. Catch block is going to execute. Understood? So inside this try block, anywhere if you face any errors, if you see any errors or something is not done, then try block is going to stop and the catch block is going to execute. In which situation catch block will come? In try block, if you have any problem in creating the file, if it is not created, then jump the control will be given to catch block. We know catch block how it works. So input output exception, for that one variable we have to create. That variable is going to hold that error, what error is generated. Then it is going to print an error occurred while creating the file. So this is all about files to create. So when you create the file, these are the things we have to follow. We'll go to the next one, reading writing characters. So reading and writing characters means, now we are going to read characters. Reading means what? Yeah, reading means input, writing means output. Okay. So when we read characters, so character streams in Java are used to read read and write letters, numbers, symbols from the files. Reading means what? You can read text from one file using reader like file reader. Writing means you can write text into the file using writing the writer like file writer. So file reader, file writer we have to use. Example, copying characters from one file to another file. So what it says, here I have two files. In this I have the content. In this I don't have anything. By using file reader, I can read the content what we have inside, that I can write here, which means what? File writer I can use to write. Okay, and that code we will see. So here I have the code for this. So what it says, let me take this to top right side. Yeah. So if you see properly here, these are the things we have to import. Okay, before we could proceed. So file reader, file writer, we need IO exception. We are using try block and catch block. For that purpose, we have IO exception. So here public class copy files, this is the class. And here we have the main function. In this try block I opened, in that I'm checking first. I'm not checking, already two files are exist. Okay, like that I assumed. That's why I am creating two objects for source, for destination, one object I have created. This you know how to create this. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to declare one variable in the name of int, because you see here I have two files. Here I have two files. From this file, I'm going to read. Here I'm going to write. So read operation here, write operation here. Read operation means something has to be here. Character by character only it will take. Okay. So first character, if it takes, uh, then it has to be written here. So that character, if it takes, then that is going to be binary number, right? That is going to binary number. To hold that binary number, let me see, let me write you. See, for I in ASCII value, we have something, some decimal number, right? That will be taken into read and that will be writing that. So to hold, someone has to be there in the middle. So CH is the integer character, integer integer variable which holds the value of I. then it will write here, then ch space it will take, then ch L it will take, then ch o it will take. See here we have I love Java. Okay, so likewise it will take B, CH is equal to E, then space CH is equal to space, then CH is equal to J, CH is equal to A, CH is equal to B, CH is equal to O, then CH is equal to end of the file. Okay, -1. That -1 only we have here, which means while CH is equal to FR dot reader, from FR, from source to destination only we are going to write. Okay, this all will be taken one by one, and first I will be written, then space, then L will be written, then O will be written, then B will be written, then E will be written, then space, then J will be written, then A will be written, then B will be written, then A will be written, and end of the file it will reach. Now, if fr dot read, if it is not equal to -1, not equal to -1, when it will be not equal to -1, when the content is there, then only it is not equal to -1. When the content is not there, then automatically we can say it is equal to -1. -1 means what? If the file is empty or if the file has some text, once it reaches to end of the file, then it will be -1 in these two cases. So read one character at a time, that you have to notice one character I, then space, then L, like that it will read. Okay, I understood. You understood, I think so. Next, FW is belongs to what? This one. Now write the character to the destination file. So here we have to write. So for fw dot write ch, if you give, then it is going to write one. First ch carries what? I will be written. First second ch will be carrying what? Space. Space will be written here. So one by one it will. So the complete I love Java will be transferred to this file. Okay, destination file. Then system.out.done file copied successfully. We have to print. Okay. So try block executed successfully, no problem. Everything is copied from one file to another file. But when try block fails in any one of the statement, in copying, automatically catch block will be invoked. In catch block, what we have, an error occurred, then e dot get message. Get message is what? It will get the message where the error occurs, which error occurs. Uh, uh, Problem with copying, like that it will get error message. So it's based on the error. Okay, something it will print. Okay, so this is all about reading and writing operation in the file reader, and file writer. Coming to next one, reading and writing bytes. See, reading and writing bytes, directly I'll go to the program. So here we have to use file input stream, file output stream. Bytes. See, bytes means what? At a time it will take one byte or 8 bits. 8 bits are equal to 1 byte. So I have one image. So here we have, see, flower.jpg and destination.jpg. One flower I'm planning to copy from one place to another place. Okay. Here we have to use what? See, there in previous example, everything characters. So inside I have characters. Okay, no problem. I have used file reader, file writer. But in this situation, I have what? I have one image inside this. This image, if I want to transfer, I have to use what? File input stream, file output stream. I have to use for writing. Okay. So first I have to create object for this too. For source flower, I have FIS. For destination file, I have FOS. Now, we have to check first. First, we have to get the condition while. See, B is nothing which is going to carry the streaming. So at a time, 8 bits will be transmitted, right? Or 1 byte will be transmitted. That has to taken by someone. That someone is nothing B. B is going to read everything and it is going to write here. So one time it will read one byte. Consider this JPG file I have for 4 bytes. Then how many times the B will be going there and coming? So B will be going there for reading for, it is going to read for 4 times and it is going to write for what? 4 times. Okay. So read will be done in the source side, write will be done in the destination side. Then you can see the picture here. So how it takes, we will see. So B is equal to FIS is what? The first one. Dot read. There from there we are reading. That's why we are checking the condition. Not equal to -1. Not equal to -1 means what? If it is empty, which one? The source, if it is empty, then -1 we can say, but it is not equal to minus. In that situation, when the FIS read is not equal to -1, in that situation, we have to read. We have to write. We have to write to B, because read operation we are performing. Okay, when we performing read operation, everything has to be not equal to -1, because something is there, then only not equal to -1. If something is not there, then obviously it is going to be equal to -1 only. So read operation will not perform. Then directly catch block will be executed. Now we have the image, so that write operation will be performed. The complete thing will be taken into this byte-wise. By what? The character, the variable b that we have here. Okay. In which situation, so then a file copied successfully. In which situation the catch block will be executed when the error occurs in any one of the statement in try block. Then corresponding error message will be printed. Then program stops. Okay, so this is all about byte reader. So conclusion is, when we are transmitting characters from one file to another file, we have to use file reader. When we are transmitting an image or audio file from one file to another file, we have to use file input stream or file output stream. Okay. Coming to next one, handling primitive data types. See, primitive data types also we can transfer from one file to another file. First, read operation we will see. So in read operation, you see, a data input stream we have to use. See, we have used data. Okay. See, if you are dealing with characters, file reader, file writer, we have to use. We have to create object by using this. If you are dealing with graphics files like audio file, images, any PDF document, then we have to take help of file input stream, file output stream. Okay. If you are dealing with we are dealing with data types, if you want to transfer we have to use data input stream class. Okay, so that we have used here. So now we have created the object, that is in is the object here. So abc.txt is the file. So here input we are taking to this abc.txt. Okay, so this one is going to read the value from the keyboard, for example 10, and here 10.3, and here true or false, your choice, and here one character A. So this all things will be taken and kept into what? ABC. Okay, so after see, this is for reading from the keyboard. Okay, the statement, if you see, reading from external sources and writing also to be in external sources also possible. Okay, so then we have to close the file. In dot close means in is the object of the particular file. Close means it is going to close the file after reading. Now writing operation we will see. Data types file. See, writing operation, I have taken 10 from the keyboard, that I have to write into ABC. No. Okay. Then I'm writing by data output stream we have to use. Their input stream. If you see, input stream for reading, output stream for writing. So 10 I have to write into the abc.txt. Okay. See, students, when we are performing reading operation from any one of the external, see, keyboard, from keyboard I'm taking the values one by one. It will buffer into the random access memory for a while till we perform write operation. Once we perform write operation, the values taken from the keyboard, how many values? 4 values, sir. 4 values, sir. 4 values will be in the random access memory only. Once we perform write operation, then in abc.txt, First 10 will be, first value is 10 will be kept, then 20.5 will be kept, then true will be kept, then A will be kept. Okay. Then we are closing that, and we are printing that system.out.println return file, return all the characters successfully. Okay. Okay, now we will move on to concatenation. So how to concatenate two files? So for that I have here file input stream. I have used file input stream. Concatenation of two files means, you see, I have text only into it. No, so text only means file input stream, which takes, if you go back, file input stream where we have this data. Yeah, file input stream. If you have any images only, I have told you. Now in file input stream also, you see we have strings. Okay, here I have one string. Hello I have in first file, world I have second file. If you are using string also, okay, you may ask one question. There also string only. I love Java where we have string only, but that is character wise we have used. Okay, character wise we have taken. But in this case we are going to concatenate. We are going to concatenate two files. So when we want to concatenate two files, this is going to, string is going to be considered as what? It is going to consider as image or something. Okay, so now I have created F1, F2 for file 1 and file 2 already exist in the directory, and I'm creating one more which is to be which is going to be concatenate file 1 and file 2. This one to be concatenated by using fout. So one variable I'm keeping here to read the file from read the characters from the one file to another file. So I'm going to have two files. From here, I'm going to read operation. Here, write operation I'm going to perform. Okay. So while I is equal to f1 dot read not equal to -1. When it will be not equal to -1? If I have some content, then it is not going to be equal to -1. If I don't have any content, then it is going to be equal to -1. F out dot write I, f out to this one, it is going to write into the file I. Then here F2 we are going to read, and we are checking whether it is not equal to -1, and we are writing into I. So we are appending here. Okay. So here hello will be taken, and here hello will be written in the second file. In the second file already we have world, right? So hello will be kept in the hello will be kept before the world. Okay. So let me write here. In this is empty. In this already we have world. In this we have hello. The first copy file, the first one will take one character, and it is going to write into the second file hello, and space will be given here. So by using this statement, and finally files combined successfully, it will print, and file 1 we are closing, file 2 we are closing, then f out we are closing. That's it. Okay. So this theory is until you just read out. Okay, program I explained. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.